Hi everyone, welcome to BUSS420 Project Management. My name is Ron Torres and I'll be your instructor this semester. Professionally, well, I've been an adjunct instructor both here and at the University of Phoenix since 2008. I have a full-time position as a project manager with Interactive Data Corporation, and prior to that I was a software engineer. Academically, well, I have a number of different degrees and certifications, and that last one there from UMass Lowell, that I got online, so I'm quite familiar with what it's like to be an online student. Personally, I live up near Boston now, but I grew up in Philadelphia, and I have to say that I love attending live rock concerts. Enough about me. Let's take a look at this course in project management and the different course outcomes. Now, the first is to develop an action plan for initiation, implementation, completion, and measurement of a project. And those are the different phases that we'll be learning about of a project. And we'll be creating a project management plan and using Microsoft Project in order to capture all those different activities in those phases. In addition, we'll be studying organizational issues that require project management planning. And certainly identifying actions required to obtain the necessary resources turn out to be some of the tougher issues that we'll have to manage in order to be successful. One part of project management, well, that's to conduct effective meetings and presentations that support project completion. So we'll need to design communication and have leadership strategies that enlist support throughout the organization. Another part of project planning is to identify criteria so that we can evaluate and measure project outcomes. Also, contingency planning, and that's a result of risk management. Throughout the project, we need to assess the specific needs of that particular project. Putting all these outcomes together, well, it's quite a lot for a project manager to juggle, and we'll be going through all of those different topics in the next 7.5 weeks. So let's talk a little bit about my coaching approach, my approach to teaching. I will help lead and guide you through all of the different material and all of the different assignments. But just as with any sports team, ultimate success comes from when you commit to doing the exercise and the actual work. And you can't be successful without the textbook, and we'll be using a good one this semester. It's Project Management, Achieving a Competitive Advantage by Jeffrey K. Pinto. And there you see the ISBN number, and this is available through the bookstore. Also for this class, you're required to have Microsoft Project. Now, no, that does not come with the Microsoft Office Suite. It's a separate product that you'll have to acquire. Now, you can use version 2007, 2010, or 2013, and I think it's 2013 that's available as a 60-day, fully functional trial version from the Microsoft site. And there are a number of other resources available to you, including technical support, the College Virtual Library, the APA Style Guide, and Optimal Resume or ePortfolio. Now, all of these are available to you through our Blackboard interface. And here are the assignment categories and the grade allocations for each. As you can see, the case studies and that final portfolio project, well, those two will make up half of your grade. And our grade scale, well, that's standard for Bryant and Stratton, so you should have seen this in many previous classes. Now, having been an online student, I know things can get very hectic very quickly, whether it's work or at home, so we'll have a late policy in this class. Let's take a look at that. The late policy for our discussion: deadlines for primary and participation posts are fixed and they cannot be adjusted. That's because it's not an individual assignment. It's something we complete as a class. Now, our primary response is due by Tuesday at midnight Eastern Time for weeks 2 through 7. And participation in discussion, well, that concludes Saturday at midnight Eastern Time. Now, this is a 400 level class, so I expect you all to be very versed at netiquette, but some basic rules are to adhere to the same standards that you have in real life, respect each other's time and bandwidth, and make yourself look good online. Make sure you have good quality posts. and please be forgiving of other people's mistakes. And of course, with anything else, if it's abused, I will step in and take corrective action. The late policy for all the other types of activities in weeks 2 through 7, well, they're due on Saturday at midnight Eastern Time, and to provide you some flexibility here, these activities will adhere to the standard Bryant and Stratton late policy, and that is that 5% will be deducted each day the assignment is late. After an assignment is more than 3 days late, unfortunately, I have to grade it as 0 and get grades posted back to the university. One final note is a late policy for week 7.5. There are no late assignments to be accepted for this last half week, and that's because grades are due immediately upon the last day. Other than week 7.5, weeks 2 through 7, I will entertain exceptions. I've heard a myriad of different reasons why people need exceptions, but please understand this. The only exceptions I'll grant are those where you and I have a particular agreement before the deadline is due. After the deadline, there are no exceptions. Just a brief word about plagiarism. Well, you're all familiar here in this 400 level course what it is, and you all have good definitions. But know for this class, if you're caught plagiarizing, the assignment will be given a 0 with no chance to resubmit. In addition, online academic advising will be reported in an incident report. Now, I have great tools, and I've been teaching a while, so I can spot this fairly readily. So please, simply don't plagiarize. Success in this class will come down to your commitment. You'll need to put in the effort. I estimate between 90 and 100 hours over the next 7.5 weeks. That's 12 to 13 hours a week, and I suggest that you be in class, online, 5 out of the 7 days. You'll need to take responsibility in everything that we have to do, and please have the highest sense of quality in everything you submit. With all of that, you will be successful. And if you have any questions throughout the semester, you can always email me or post up the question to a questions forum, and I'll be sure to get right back to you. Thank you all, and let's have a fantastic semester.